intelligent. I felt beautiful, but my aunt was an attorney. And she told me, you can do anything, Kim. You can, and there's no such thing as no, just until you figure it out. And so I buckled down. And I looked at those other kids and I said, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I was smarter than I realized. I didn't know I was so smart because no one had told me that I was smart.
Yeah.
They told me I wasn't going to be nothing. That's
Right.
what I was told.
Right.
But
Me
little
too.
did they know, if they could see me now.
Yeah, right. Hey,
but God's hand was on my life. Yeah.
That's right. Give God the
God's
glory.
hand was on my life.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and our Byron Stringer, did you have a similar grow-uppings?
Just before I talk about mine, I want to mention that Kim Flowers is more phenomenal than she's saying.
Oh, yeah.
She was also a dancer in the famed show on the Strip, Jubilee, which was the longest running show on the Strip. With Feathers and Showgirls, it was the biggest and the longest running show on the Strip, and she was one of the leads. So she was one of the first African American women to actually do that, and so she's a trailblazer in a lot of ways.
Wow, that is amazing. You hear that out there, young ladies and older ladies too. You know what I'm saying? You can make things happen. She came from humble beginnings over there in New York, and she came over to the West Coast and everything and did all that. That's so amazing. And it just takes some work. I guess you had to do a lot of work. Let them know, Kim, was this given to you just because of who your uncle was?
No, I had to work really hard.
Thank you.
I had to apply myself. As a matter of fact, my uncle was proud because I had that. My aunt was in my ear telling me I can do anything. But I had to practice. I had to study. And the more I practiced and studied to show myself approved, it paid off. There was nothing given. And still to this day, as a businesswoman, I was SBA Business Person of the Year in the state of Nevada. And it wasn't given to me. It was my hard work and dedication. But most importantly, it was God who was leading my life. I give all credit and all the glory goes there.
That's right.
And so,
yeah, that's right.
You can't be smart enough, can't be pretty enough, but you can sure be blessed.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of people wonder what people mean when they say keep God as a foundation and everything, but just keep God in every aspect of what you do. That doesn't mean it's just going to happen easy. That doesn't mean you're not going to make bad decisions. That doesn't mean everything's going to flow on the time that you got. But if you keep persisting, you hit brick walls, you mess up there, and then you go another way, and you keep going. The world's designed for it to come to you. That's why we're right here in this interview together. Our paths have led to right here, this moment, and I'm a living testimony for that, But I won't even go deep.
And I want to thank Mr. Stringer for saying those wonderful things. About me. He's an awesome person, and he believed in me too. So as we believe in these young people that we work with, he's constantly, like he just spoke to the lives of the young people. That's who he is as well. And I think it's awesome that he allows others to participate in his success.
That's right. I mean, it takes a team.
You know what?
It takes a team.
Go ahead, it does take a team, Hurricane, but you know what's really most important? I don't want people to think that R. Byron Stringer has it all together, because Miss Kim Flowers and I talk on the phone every day. We encourage each other. I keep friends around me that encourage me, because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like a success.
Amen.
I don't feel like pushing ahead. Sometimes I feel like the world is caving in. I'm like, oh my God, I can't go to another funeral. Oh my God, so and so is sick. Oh my God, there's another bill. Where'd this come from? The bill changed and now it's double and triple. Now food is more and gas is more, and stress hits me too, like it hits everybody else. So I don't want nobody listening thinking like, oh, we got it all together. We're on a radio show. We got this great team. No, we push every single day, and that's really what this is about. It's about encouraging each other, and that's what I think that I love the most about this show, Hurricane. That you are encouraging people every single day.
Thank you,
every week you're coming back and you're uplifting them, and you tap into your faith. You're a man of faith. You tap into your faith. You let God speak to you, and it starts to change people's lives. And people feel a little bit better when they listen to your show, and that's what it's about.
Wow, and thank you for those kind words, brother. And I couldn't do it without God. And like y'all said, it is not easy. And Byron, Byron Stringer, or Byron, I'm sure you can relate.
You call me Byron. You call me whatever you want.
I can call you B. What's up, B? You're my brother now.
My friends call me B too.
Yeah, that's right.
They call me all that.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm sure you can relate to myself. Because I'm the founder of what I do. It started as a vision, little old me by myself coming up with this vision many, many years ago. It didn't happen last year. This has been brewing for decades. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure you can relate, and you too, about things too, Cam, that some mornings you do wake up and you think, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? I just want to throw the towel in. Sometimes I've been like that. And I know God. I know God's got something for me, because after I got more into it, and I would feel like that, because I'm hard headed. I'll keep persisting. But there's sometimes I get discouraged, and the thing that would happen, the most miraculous thing would happen, you guys, is a friend or somebody would call and say, "Hey, I just wanted to call you." And this has happened a lot. I just wanted to call you and tell you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Times when I'm on my knees praying, can't pay something, vehicle broken down, don't know how I'm going to pay for. I've had all this.
Yeah, of course.
And we go through that, people. You see what I'm saying? But you have to keep going and have faith in God. That's what we mean by when we say have God in your life and have Him as a foundation in everything you do. That's going to give you the faith to overcome those moments. It's okay to have those moments now, but your recovery time, how fast can you come back and get back on track? You see what I'm saying?
You got to give it time. My grandparents used to have me garden with them and doing a whole bunch of work, and of course they'd pay me with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
But there was a lesson. There was a lesson that I learned.
Sandwiches.
Hurricane.
Okay.
It was good sandwiches, and it's the Kool-Aid. You got to have the Kool-Aid.
Ooh, Kool-Aid too. Shoot, where they at? I do that. What they want to do? Rake the yard? What?
But I learned a lesson when I was gardening, because I would plant the seeds, and then you give it a couple of days, and I dig it up. I'm like, it's not growing. Mm-hmm. And my grandparents would say, give it some time. Plant it and give it some time. And sometimes that's what we have to do with ourselves. Give ourselves some time, because before you know it, the life in that seed is going to start peeking its way through all the dirt, all the drama, all the mess that was packed down on top of it, because there's enough strength inside of you to push through it all. And we have to learn to keep pushing, because we got the strength within us. And I once heard somebody say that sometimes you got to encourage yourself.
That's right.
I think a good friend of mine, Donald Lawrence, wrote that in a song. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself.
Wow, that's right. Self-motivation. It starts right there. Even, I told an actor friend of mine, a few weeks ago we were talking, and I was just saying, hey, you're up and coming celebrity and everything. He blushes, celebrity. Nah, not me. I said, hey, bro, if you don't believe it first, nobody won't. It starts from within, not without. All of it, and all the faith in what we do, it starts from within. That's what I really believe. You got to believe it first, that you can get out here and make a difference. And every one of us, I really believe, can, if we just get out. And we're like the super friends, I feel like, at this point, like the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? All these great people coming together with these different things that they got to bring and get the word out. I think we're winning the fight. I'm hearing about suicides suicides in school systems and everything, and those numbers persist. But I think they're gonna go down if you guys keep on pounding the pavement and what you're doing, and we all do, and we keep inspiring people to do so.
Through one monologue at a time.
Amen, brother. Amen. And did you say you grew up in the Vegas area?
No, actually, I grew up in San Bernardino. I moved here in Vegas when I was 16. I'm a preacher's kid, everybody. I'm a preacher's kid. My father would get up and he'd preach those messages, and he'd use us to do illustration. And so if he's preaching about the wise men, and I had to dress up like a wise man, and not just dress up like one. We had to run around the house and find enough stuff for the props and everything. And so that taught me how to share a message through more than just getting behind a pulpit. My grandfather's a preacher. All my uncles are preachers. Everybody's a preacher. I'm a preacher.
Wow.
And I think it's important for us to remember that people around us, you don't have to try to be just like them, your parents and all your uncles and everybody. You don't have to be just like them. You can be an individual, but, use the inspiration that they give you. Yeah, wow. And so I moved here when I was 16, graduated from high school, and went into the police cadet academy at the age of 18 and stayed there until I did 26 and a half years with Metro Police here in Las Vegas.
And you see, that's what I was talking about a while ago, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you're doing now will lead to. I bet when you were way back there running around the house like that, where your dad had you guys doing that and in the church and everything, perhaps, you probably didn't even like doing it sometimes. It's something, maybe you did like it, but I guarantee this, you didn't know it was going to lead eventually to the Toe Tag Monologue and going on the road with it. You see what I'm saying?
I had no idea. For about 7 years, I was the drama director for the Edwin Hawkins and Walter Hawkins Music and Arts Love Fellowship Conference. And so I would teach liturgical theater, and that's where you actually take scriptures from the Bible and you show them how to turn it into drama or theater to help people better understand what the Bible is talking about. And that was a joy to be able to do that. I've done a little traveling with Edwin Hawkins, and I learned a whole lot, made a whole lot of friends. But what's most important is that I learned how to take some simple things that I used to be forced to do that I learned to do, and then I start sharing them with other people. And other people start learning how to do plays and things in their church.
See what I'm saying? You see, that sparked something way back then. Then you added a little bit to it with the 26 years of law enforcement, because God was working on you from a little bitty old tyke. See what I'm saying? He already knew.
I had no idea.
He was building you up. He added to the formula with the law enforcement years. And then after that, one thing leads to another, and boom, here you go. Ain't no telling where you're going to go, because y'all know your journey or Kim Flowers' journey is definitely not done. And Hurricane Main Train ain't even got no brakes, so I know I ain't stopping.
No brakes for you.
I ain't even got brakes on this train.
There's way too much work to do. You can't get any rest.
That's right. Enough time to rest in the grave, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Sir. And we're going to keep pushing on, and I want people to know more about you. And for people to tune in late, I want to remind them of this. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 14th, this young man, R. Byron Stringer, and this young lady, Kim Flowers, they will be in attendance with some great kids that are going to be telling the stories of these Toe Tag Monologues. It's going to be very deep and real. Real people, no made up stories around here. You know what I'm saying? Real life events, things that's happened and everything. And they're going to be here. We're going to have great performers out here. But I want y'all to come out here and be vocal. We're going to have resource tables over there with information you can find out about how to get involved in different programs in your community and all around, So we just want y'all to come out, show the love, support those that support you. And that's what we're all doing. We're supporting you. And in turn, we need you to support us, because we can't do it without you, the listeners. You know what I'm saying? We can't. There's no way.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're getting toward the end. I wish we had a longer show, but I'm going to let y'all know y'all got an open invitation to come back to the station situation any day. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
Lock my digits in. Is that what they say in Las Vegas? Do they say lock my digits? Do they say? Or am I just being old school, period? Showing my age.
Hurricane.
I'm a proud 50, though.
You're just a baby. You just a little baby.
Yeah, just a baby. That's right. I am. I'm just a baby. You hear that, Mama? I'm still a baby. Feast me some dinner. I'll be over there to eat today.
Hurricane, when people come to see these monologues, some folks are probably going to think that it's just about a show. You grab your popcorn, you sit back, and you get entertained. But these monologues really hit you deep down in the gut.
Really?
And the messages that you see on the stage with these young people performing these things, it's powerful.
Wow.
It is absolutely powerful. And I wrote them, but here's a little secret. Every single monologue that I wrote, as I was writing it, I was crying as I was writing them.
Wow.
Because I could see it, or I was remembering what it was that I went through, or what it was that I saw, or details from the story. Like, there was a young girl who was prostituted from the East Coast all the way to Las Vegas.
Wow.
And she was so worn out that her pimp told her to go up to room so and so in one of these major casinos here in Las Vegas. And before she went to the elevator, she went to security and she said, "Look, I'm just a kid.